Oh, you know what? I got a actually good thing. I was telling Thatch recently about the boss.
Oh
The
god.
boss, baby.
The boss. Yeah, the boss baby. No. There's some cool Canadian lore about the boss. Essentially, he's a bear that lives in Banff where I was camping.
Mm-hmm.
He is a 20 year old bear. So he's a big boy, a big fucker. He has been hit by a train twice and has not died.
I've heard about this, yes.
Yes, he's a fucking elite animal. He fucks all the women bear in the area.
He's the alpha male.
I have proof of that. I just assume he does because he's such a Chad. There's no.
Well,
evidence.
they
I
said
know.
something. They said something like 74%.
No, I also hear from the grapevine that his cock is 12 feet long.
Just off vibes, you know what I'm saying?
They say something along the lines of 74% of the bear children in the area have his like genetic code or some shit like that, because he just goes around fucking all the day. And like all the males like won't even challenge him because he's such an alpha or sigma bear, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, the boss is pretty dope. And then you go into Banff and there's like fucking merch everywhere.
Oh,
like
he survived getting hit by a train as well.
So
Twice.
Is that what
Twice,
your
I said
shirt or your sweater was from last time?
I don't think it was him specifically. No, because that was Jasper. That was
bear.
a different. That was a different bear. That was not.
Why are there so many named bears in Canada?
I don't know
Or
if the
not.
Jasper one. I don't know if the Jasper one had a name. It was just a picture of a bear. But I know for a fact that.
Oh, I thought his
the
name was
boss-
Jasper.
No, Jasper's the place I was in.
I thought it was a bear named Jasper.
No. I mean, maybe he has a name. Maybe his name's like Big Tundra or some shit like that. I don't know.
Big Tundra? Shut up.
Big Tundra. They all have the name something. Yeah. No, it's stupid. But I thought it was worth mentioning because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I googled the boss because I was like, this isn't real. This is some Braden Nash.
He thought I made this shit up.
Because it sounds like some
No, it's
Braden.
real.
There's this huge
I know
fucking
it.
bear called the boss that fucks all the other women bears in the area, and he's like
No,
epic.
it's
That sounds
real.
like some Braden. Googled it, and the first article was a Canadian, like a. It wasn't like a single. It was like a cross-state Canadian news site that said the boss is awake. Like this is
The boss
this is
has-
national.
Like an alert's going off. The boss is woken.
Yes. Yeah,
He's come out of
all the
hibernation.
Canadians swarm.
They were
God.
like, we don't care about anything going on in Canadian news aside from the fact that a bear is awake. So in one province and doesn't go anywhere else, but just stays in that one province.
Why would he
But yeah,
need to?
Not even-
he's got a pool there.
He's got kids.
He's got all his ladies.
And
Yeah,
the kids are trying to kill him for the right to become king of the bears.
Bro, he's like Craven the Hunter.
I don't. Is Craven the Hunter about him impregnating 1,000 women and then
King of the Bears sounds like a fucking Avatar movie title, bro.
I wish that's what the Craven movie was about.
Craven's like,
Better.
I'm going after the boss. I kill boss, big bear. Big bear in Canada, I kill boss. What do you say?
Craven? I forgot.
Huh?
Did you see Craven?
He did.
Yeah, what the fuck? I did.
Don't say yeah. I don't expect us to know that we care about that shit.
Well, you just asked.
I
He
know.
did answer your question that you asked.
You did. Was it great? Was it everything you ever expected?
It was perfect. It
Was
was
it a
actually the best.
life-changing experience?
It was. I'm actually a different man now. Actually, my
Sonic 2 after, like, or Sonic 3 after, like, guys,
I didn't dye my hair. My hair turned to this color when I was watching Craven. Like it was
out of love. Out of
Oh,
love.
the movie turned you into a douchebag?
yeah, it did.
Oh, wow.
Craven throws big knives at dogs and yells about it for a couple hours.
He does not I don't think he throws
What the
a
fuck?
single knife at a single dog.
But the rhino comes out.
Craven fucking hates dogs. He's a cat
does.
person.
He likes all animals, but he hates dogs.
Specifically, the movie isn't like him punching
Specifically
tigers in the
dogs.
cock. It's him literally fucking running through downtown Manhattan, just slaughtering all the dogs.
His deadliest hunt is a fucking Rottweiler that comes and bites his
It's
arm.
reverse. It's reverse John Wick, is what that
There's
movie.
a cool scene. There's a cool scene where one of his cronies and is talking to him and he goes, "I fucking hate dogs," and he just complains about dogs for 10 minutes.
He's like, why?
Stupid
They're like the best
fucking
creatures. They're like,
gluts.
They're like designed for men. I hate this stupid.
say they're designed for men.
They're designed for man. Yeah, they're literally
Mankind.
evolved by nature. To
Dogs are
act as men.
designed for men. I love that.
Not men, humanity.
I know
right?
what you're saying. It's just funny the way you said it.
You're just
But
fucking
that's
dumb.
like, it's like they literally evolved to. They're not a naturally
Yeah.
occurring animal, right?
Like
they
the dog
evolved. Yeah.
from Prey.
But Craven
that
would be
helped
like
Naru.
Craven would be like, oh, they are disgrace to their lineage. They are an abomin. They're useless fucking mutts.
yeah.
They're nothing.
That's true. Also, half of the dog breeds are man-made, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
If
man-made
Craven saw a
fucking mutant freaks.
If Craven saw a French if Craven saw a French bulldog, he'd cut his cock off in protest.
Oh.
He'd get so mad.
If
One of
Craven
his biggest
saw,
bites.
if Craven saw Geo, he'd grab his nose and pull his snout
Yank it out.
out
Like a cartoon
normally.
I
character.
thought about that. I literally did that today as like a joke. I was like, "Do you want to pull your nose out of your face?" Like, they do that to him all the time. Because I saw a picture of what they look like with their noses out, and it's weird.
It's not weird. It probably looks more normal.
It actually does look more normal, but I'm so used to looking like
I
how they
wonder-
look.
If other dogs that are like more like more like naturally occurring dogs, not like breeds that were created. I wonder if they look at like pugs as like freaks. Like, cause imagine if you saw a human and their nose was like flattened into their face, you'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
It's like red.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh man, poor thing.
There you go.
Those poor creatures.
they do look like just normal dogs. It's so
It's
weird.
not, it's not their fault. I feel so bad for them.
No,
It's
it's,
not
our
their
fault
fault.
for
They weren't.
genetically engineering them
I
to
literally-
look like freaks.
Their lives
The
to
lore-
be harder.
The lore
Yeah.
of it is literally it's like
for
British
picking the worst ones to breed.
British people were like, I want them to look cute, so they just punched their faces
British-
in over over again until I made them look cuter. I don't know what the appeal of that was, but I bought one, so I guess I do kinda on a surface level.
Oh boy. Well, you take care of them. So there you go.
I do.
The snout is so inconvenient when I'm looking at my dog. It's so much depth to the face. I want to flatten it so I can see it all in one clear picture.
My fucking puppy dog can
and quaint when the dog cannot breathe and he struggles and he chokes on his
It,
own
ma-
breath.
it makes me laugh.
left dog suffer in the silence. I will punish it.
Oh no.
It makes me
Well-
laugh when dog gets overheated and just falls over sideways.
To make me laugh. This is fucking Craven. He's thinking about this shit. That's why that movie fucking sucks. Anyway,
Movie does
God.
fucking suck. But for
Always
other
talking about
reasons.
fucking dogs for 40 minutes.
yeah. it was like-
All right. Welcome to the All Things Geek Podcast. My name is Tyler. Also known as Bionic Saj. I'm with the man whose name starts with B.
Braden or Renzolian.
Man whose name starts with T.
Thatch Mac.
Good job.
All right,
did it.
gang. All right,
Good job, buddy.
gang. It's another week.
It is another week. Bullshit. Isn't every week a week of bullshit, to be honest? Did you guys get anything to show and tell?
Got nothing, bro.
I got nothing either. It's just Ty.
I got this.
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I got
Oh.
Jaeger from Savage
Fucking-
Crucible.
Wolfman's got nards. Editor,
Yeah.
put that clip in, please.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're the editor. So.
Well, I'm editing, so it's fine. That's what I'm
But
talking
yeah,
about.
this guy's
I
cool.
know
I
you're
bet I backed Savage Crucible on Kickstarter like almost 2 years ago now. So Wave 2 shipped out. This is the only one I pre-ordered for Wave 2. So cool. He's cool.
It's pretty cool.
He's like a
Badass.
wolf man. I don't know if he's like a werewolf or if he's just a dog
I
man.
like him, creature.
But yeah.
Is he? How much was he?
I don't remember. Like $30, I think.
It
was 2 years
was
ago,
like 2
man.
years ago. Yeah.
That's true. Nowadays,
Nowadays-
it's $78.
Yeah.
No, yeah, probably.
Probably 50 something,
Let's see.
I bet.
Savage Crucible.
Oathable.
David Guizabo.
Still want to get one of those guys, but haven't.
I mean, the best one to get is going to be the crazy black armored one. He's
Yeah,
$50
sick.
on Big Bad if you wanted to pre-order him right now.
Ah, I knew it.
I know it.
Oh,
Editor, rewind the clip. Play back when I said $50. Go do it. Probably 50 something. Thank you.
And then include the audio clip of whoa.
oh.
Sure. Why not?
Because it's
For
the
no
sound
reason.
you made. It's funny.
Oh,
Alright, we don't. It was a pretty light week. We don't have a ton to talk about, but we got some interesting stuff towards the end. I'm gonna start with. I just wanted to show two figures that were revealed that I'm I'm very excited about, except for the fact that I'll never be able to own them because Figma's way too fucking expensive. Figma Freerin and Himmel, they look really great. I love them a lot. Freerin looks fantastic.
I've seen this show.
Oh, you have?
Viv showed me the first 9 episodes or something like that.
You should watch the rest of it. It's fucking peak.
Well, we moved. That's why we stopped. But yeah, it's pretty great. It was really good. The first episode, I was like, whoa. I was like, this shit's peak. I knew the first episode. Like, all right.
that's crazy.
I was like,
It's
oh,
so
it's
good.
like it's like all the best vibes from Breath of the Wild, but it's the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so good. I love it so much. And I really want Himmel, but he's gonna be so expensive.
How much are these guys?
I don't know. They're not over pre-order yet.
Oh, but Figma. Knowing Figma.
Knowing Figma.
Brayden, I don't think you like this show because
Figminions.
it's got really well written characters and not giant tits. So you probably
That's
wouldn't.
what Ty said me said I like my vapid brain wouldn't be able to handle it. He didn't say that. But he basically kind of implied that, to be fair.
I would love it if you would watch it, brother. I never said that
I'll
you
watch
couldn't handle it.
It's very peaceful, but introspective. It's really
I
cool.
like fantasy. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
It's very introspective. It's very it's very thought provoking. You know, it's very sophisticated.
All I remember is that you were watching fucking what's it called, Transformers Prime, and you're like, this doesn't make me think like it.
It shows fucking baby time.
Yes, it's a kid show, obviously, Tyler.
This show's baby
No
time.
shit. That's like watching fucking Teletubbies.
that is
You got little
going on
fucking
here.
Raph going like, oh, I just take my laptop and I'll plug it into this highly sophisticated Autobot computer and then I can just fix the firewall. Like, what the fuck?
That's
It's,
like watching Thomas and being like, this isn't very thought-provoking. It's for fucking children, Tyler.
Thomas the Tank Engine should be thought provoking, okay? Lives
Thomas the
hang in
Tank
the
Engine
balance.
That's like train attempted murder and shit. It's crazy.
Exactly.
The mental image of Thomas being like, I'm going to accidentally kill a bunch of fucking people today if I'm not careful. I love the mental thought of like Thomas having to consider his
should tackle
action.
train derailings and how the infrastructure of our train system is failing.
I really think Thomas should have a fucking epic House of Cards season where politics fall into place.
It's like Thomas looks in the mirror and realizes that every day he holds hundreds of lives in his grasp, and if he makes one mistake, he kills hundreds.
He's like fucking Spider-Man. He has fucking great power comes great.
He's just depressed. Oh.
This is really good. We need a good Thomas reboot, so that's a good pitch for one.
I think people would hate
Absolutely.
that.
I think most Thomas fans would fucking punch their wall over and over again.
Yeah, I'd love to get both of these figures, but we'll see.
May not happen.
May not happen.
They look dope.
They do look so good. I also want to get the SH Figure Arts Fern at some point. Nope, haven't gotten her yet. Because I didn't care about her at that point when she got her prepared.
So you got her and changed her eyes. Oh no, you made an edit.
No,
of
it
that.
was a Photoshop. Because I thought her
Yeah.
eyes were weird.
thought her eyes were fucking weird, so I changed them in post.
All right, talk about your Persona figure, your waifu.
I get. Oh, you did. You know what? I actually grabbed photos because I didn't think you were gonna grab them because you're like, I don't care about this. But thank you for grabbing photos.
Oh, it's this one. Oh, I remember
This is Futaba Sakura, one of the worst characters from Persona 5.
The worst Sakura.
She is like a 14-year-old who's like annoying, and I hate her. She doesn't even participate in your party aside from giving you buffs. Also, why'd they lean her head back against a fucking glass of water? That's weird. Like a shot glass. That's bizarre. In that photo with all the accessories, her head's like leaning back against a glass of water. It's so weird.
Because it's got a stand. It's not a glass of water. It's just an acrylic fucking stand, my guy.
Oh, whatever, Mr. Scientist here. Anyways.
Use your fucking brain, brother.
These figures look pretty
basic materials. Oh, fucking scientist over
able to tell material from one glance. Look at
using big words like plastic and acrylic.
Polyester, fucking whatever. I'm not gonna lie, she looks pretty good though. I mean, I hate her outfit. I just like what she's got, the baggy pants and like the skin tight. Look, I'm so inconsistent. These are good, and I think they actually look quite good. And the Persona 5 Figma aren't my jam really, and they're also way too expensive and too small. These might actually, they're cheaper. They're gonna run more like true. I assume this is. Oh, she's 5.3 inches. That's fair. She's really short. That makes sense.
Is a very short person.
Bless you. I mean, she is a tiny person in the game, to be fair.
Well, she's
she's a 14 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, also Japanese. So she's just inherently going to be shorter.
Yeah. But I can't deny the fact that she still looks pretty good. All the articulation looks really good. Everything looks really solid with her. I'm probably gonna order her. Because that way I can get a cheaper set of these guys rather than having to spend $1 bajillion on the Figmas. And the Figmas are... I'm going to sell them. I want to get that Joker in hand first, see how he is. And then if he's good, then I'll probably sell them. So that's the plan. So yeah, she looks good.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm thinking about selling some more stuff too.
I'm trying to sell stuff right now. I just put up the rest of my PS4 games, and I got this like Beatles thing that I sent in chat a while back, and it's going on eBay for like $200. So I was like, I could probably get some money off of it, but I haven't had a single taker yet. So
yeah, I'm debating selling.
You're debating?
One of my, because I have 3. One of my white blindfold Gojos, and then Team Gojo, and then my 2 Getos.
Those would probably sell for hot money. I would sell those as soon as possible before whatever they announce is about to come out.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because you never know.
Yeah, we'll see. But, all right. Moving on. Also, some other figures came out that I'm very excited about. Fonjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Put out pre-orders for their officially licensed, although they're up for pre-order on 5K, Rick and Morty, which I am very looking forward to.
He says, right? He goes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
These are $40 a pop, I think.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And they come with a bunch of stuff. They're 1:12 scale. I don't know. They look really cool. I've wanted Rick and Morty figures for a while, so.
Turn my cock into a pickle.
To
Fuck.
Fuck, Morty, I'm pickling.
I'm fucking pickling at the seams. Oh my god, that's fucking illegal. No, I've never seen this show.
They look great.
All I can tell you is that I thought these already existed like 2 years ago, and I was wrong.
No, somebody made bigger scale. Like
Beast Kingdom is what Beast Kingdom I think did like 8-inch scale figures, but like and that's why I thought these were, and I was confused. I was like, why do you care about them? And I'm like, oh, 1/12, gotcha.
It literally says it on the pictures.
This is a little brat.
He's
a little brat.
He is a little brat.
Oh, yeah. He's a little brat. He's a little shithead.
He's
I want to take
having
Morty's
he's
head
having a
and
mental
dunk him in the
crisis all the
pool of
time.
acid.
That's jeez. All right. Too excessive.
Jeez. Oh my.
Jeez. All right.
Oh my goodness. That's fair.
All right. Something we can all get excited about. If it's
Potentially.
real.
Yeah. We
There were
had
some
a
leaks.
yeah. Yeah.
Some Marble Legends leaks.
Marble Legends. So did you guys actually watch the video?
I listened to it while I was at work.
Okay. Did you watch it, Thatch?
The video, I
Yeah.
skimmed it.
Okay.
It. And also, what I did actually, so I skimmed the video, but what I really did was I looked up the original post, and this is such a contrived leak. I mean, I'm not saying it's fake. I just mean like figuring out the information if you're not getting it from displaying model behavior is so annoying because it was a leak that the original guy found in like Japanese or something. It was in another language. Chinese.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't translate it, so they needed to wait for another guy to come translate it, and then it was translated out of. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But I read that. I read the original
There's
translation.
like-
So I basically.
There's like
Yeah.
6 degrees of translation going on here. So obviously take this with a grain of salt. None of this is confirmed. However, there are what always leads me with fake leaks, especially what leads me to believe that there is some truth to it, is that there is really specific vague shit that nobody would ever talk about. Like what?
Specific vague.
Well, I mean like okay, well,
I think you mean obscure. I think that's the word.
yeah, well, exactly. Or there's like terms that's in there that like if you're trying to make a fake leak list, you'd be like Deadpool and Wolverine, Gambit, Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, you'd be very specific and you'd say like these characters. But there's some weird shit in here. Anyways, I organized it all into a very nice list here.
Take us through.
Well, I say very yes. Okay, so there is. It was kind of weird because in the video he didn't organize it himself. That was kind of annoying. But
the list order.
Yeah, which is fair. Okay, so first up we have a Bath Wave that is said to consist of a Ghost Rider.
Well, now you know it's fake, guys, because the Baths are dead.
I wouldn't do fucking Ghost Rider and fucking Bath Wave. What the fuck? Anyways, and then what's listed as latest comic version Wolverine. There was some displaying model behavior was speculated could be Ultimate Wolverine, or it could be like the Gold Claw Wolverine that that's in a new comic run. I don't know. Hawkeye.
Winter Soldier Wolverine is the new Ultimate one.
Right. There's Hawkeye, and then a character that everyone is really confused about because nobody knew who the fuck this was is a character named Marina, who is apparently Namor's wife, which is a very and also a member of.
Is it Marina or is it Marina?
Same, yeah, that one.
Because he's Namor the Submariner. He's in the comics. He's Namor the Submariner. So maybe comics are stupid and they would name something dumb like Marina, his wife, or some bullshit. Like I mean,
I don't
every
know
Superman character has the initials LL. So
right. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was. Sorry, my brain's shutting down. Sorry, I don't know if it was that character. I don't know if Namor's wife is the same character as a person on the Alpha Flight too.
Do you have a photo of this list?
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I don't have a photo of the list because he was reading a list and then he'd put pictures in the background. But I do have pictures of some of these characters. So
Okay,
let me give you a shot of Marina or Marina. She looks like a little freak. So
Ew.
yeah.
No wonder
like
why
a
he
fake.
doesn't love his wife and wants to be with Sue Storm.
It looks like
Yeah.
It looks like an alien in the background of a James Gunn movie.
She does.
It's fucking terrible. I hate that.
You could have easily told me that this was Comic Mantis, and I'd be like, "Yep."
Like if this gets a Marvel Legends figure, I will be shocked.
I don't think it'll be this design. It'll probably be a different. There's a lot of different designs for her.
But still, it's a stupid ass character.
Yes, I agree. And that was it. That doesn't feel like a full bath.
Moving on.
She sucks.
It doesn't feel like a full Bath Wave, so I think they're missing a couple characters. But now there's a second Bath Wave that was talked about later in the video, which consists of the funniest listing, which was listed as American Secret, which fuck if I know what that means. even display model behavior was like, I have no idea what that could be. I was like,
I love that guy.
he's very he's
He
great.
brings so much energy. I hope I have
Yeah.
that much energy when I'm his age. God damn.
Right? Lady Deadpool, which we haven't gotten one since a long time, so that makes sense. Psylocke will just end up being reuse of the Marvel vs. Capcom body.
Yeah, I could
surprise
see
me.
it being in black or something.
Yeah. Wolverine Pool. And then
Quick
what?
question. Because Wolverine Pool's here and then Lady Deadpool's here, is there a chance that these are movie figures? Now I know Wolverine Pool's not in the movie, but there's concept art of Wolverine Pool from.
Well, these were listed in the Bathwave. I didn't misorganize them. There's the way that the list was like I
Which
organized
bath?
it.
Which bath?
We have no idea.
America's Secret.
They don't-
I think
they
is the Bath.
Oh,
Well,
American Secret.
he said it was part of the wave. He didn't say that it was. The
Oh, it
bath.
could. So it could be. They could be technically movie. If we don't know what the bath is,
Right.
Like, what if the bath is fucking movie Juggernaut from the Deadpool 2 or something?
It could be, but then the last figure is also U.S. Agent, so you know,
Oh, maybe it's like
Yeah.
a.
comic half movie wave.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no clue. But
I
again, this
have
was just
no idea.
I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
Where am I?
I'm gonna go over. The way I've organized this list is basically how he does it in the video, but like together. You want me to do the random stuff first, or you want to go over like specific like the MCU stuff?
I
Like, what do you
mean,
guys
look,
want?
all right, whatever, we all know what you're most excited for, so just save that for last, and then, get
All
to
right.
everything else.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's talk about the random shit that's not
All right.
organized,
The randos.
because this shit is weird. This listing is Hasbro Pulse Iron Man Mark III Gray, which is like, okay.
Is that the gray one from Iron Man 1? There's a gray one.
No,
I mean, it could
because
be.
that's the Mark II in the movie.
Right.
Oh, you're right. It is the Mark II.
So, yeah, fuck if I know.
Mark III. Okay. Also,
Walmart.
it's translated, so there could be some
Yes.
business.
Well,
Yeah.
there is some funny. There's some funny stuff later on. Walmart Punisher is another one. So
Oh, I'm
Cool.
sorry, Aiden. Oh, fuck,
yeah, I
man.
feel bad for
Oh,
Aiden. I feel
God.
bad for Aiden. Well, it depends on if it's a version he actually cares about. To be fair.
Aiden's
True.
listening to this podcast in like 2 days or whatever, and he's going, "God damn it!" That's what he just did.
This is This is probably the most vague, weirdest one.
It's like, Walmart!
Pulse. It's called Pulse Shape-Shifting Outfit. So, couldn't tell you what that even means.
Whatever the
Talk-
fuck that means.
Model behavior
America's
was saying-
Secret shape-shifting outfit.
Model behavior was saying it may be a super scroll, but fuck again, how would you even get that from that? I have no clue. Pulse, Muse, and Bullseye. So probably
Bear in mind,
maybe
these
Oh,
are
those could be
translations,
born again.
so these could just be names that were translated with
Yeah.
the wrong words.
Yes. I would venture to guess that is Born Again. I would be very surprised if
too.
it's not.
The question is it season 1 or is it season 2?
Well, Muse is fucking dead, so I would guess.
What about
he's-
Lady Muse?
What
We
about
don't-
what?
That's not confirmed, bro.
It's confirmed.
Oh, it's not.
I thought it was. Okay, never mind. Whatever.
No, we just.
Well, no.
speculated.
I feel like the way they make these damn figures, they're always like delayed. They're always going back. You know what I mean? So I could
Right,
see
yeah.
this be like.
They haven't made
Okay,
Muse
that
and they haven't made Bullseye, so yeah.
It's probably Bullseye's, and that makes sense because we got the Punisher and the Daredevil. Next one is Next one is Pulse Punisher Mecha. So this is the only thing I could really find, and this is what he talked about in his video. This is probably what it might be, although probably scaled way the fuck down. They really
Or
do just.
it could also just be the iron, like a war.
It
Machine
could be
Punisher.
again, yeah, because they could switch to using like a different body, I guess. But I could totally see Pulse just putting up a fucking random giant ass
Yeah.
exclusive like big ass Punisher mech. I could see that too.
Like a made-to-order Punisher mech. And
Yeah,
then
that's kinda
it
what I'm
fails
thinking.
Hard.
Yeah, I don't even think Aiden would want that. I think he'd be like,
No, he
That's,
would not.
this feels like I'm not much of a Punisher guy, but I know for a fact that it really feels like the last thing the Punisher should be using
no,
is a
yeah,
fucking giant
the
mech.
storylines are so dumb.
Yeah, they really just sort of like, wouldn't it be cool if Punisher was in a fucking mech? And everyone's like, no. Uh, after that, we've got, it's just called Sentinel Pack. He rumored that it could be Marvel vs. Capcom inspired to round out that. So there's what they look like in Marvel. He looks like a fucking Beast Wars character. I just realized that.
What the fuck?
They look weird. Look very strange. But that's a very specific design for a Sentinel, so I can see them.
Bro.
Yeah, right? He's very odd. But I mean, I guess that would make sense. You know, if you want to mad dash that collection, because I think you've got a few other characters like Blackheart and like Iceman and stuff like that. So put those in 2-packs or something. And then the last thing is super vague. Daredevil Season 2 Series 2 as a listing. So could be Daredevil's black suit. No idea. No clue.
What is it? Is the figure called that, or the wave, or what is that?
Literally, no. It's just a like it was just a random figure listing.
Gosh,
This could be an entire wave. I have no clue. This is how it was displayed, and that's how it was called.
Gotcha.
Okay. Moving on. We got new Maximum figures. Thor. Which makes sense.
Okay.
I can see. It would be interesting if they gave him maybe a. They wouldn't do this, but if they gave him a cloth cape with wired,
They wouldn't, because they're cowards.
They are cowards. But I could see them being like, it's Maximum, bitch. And then black costume Spider-Man. That one's weird.
I didn't see that one, but okay.
Yeah.
I didn't actually. God, there's so much shit to go through, and this is so poorly organized. Thank you for breaking this down, Braden, because I was
No
like,
problem.
honestly, I've been so busy. I was like, I looked at it and I was like,
It's exhausting.
I
was so excited I had to. I was like, I need to.
So Thor, we can kind of picture what that's gonna look like. He's gonna have probably like the spinning hammer thing.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna have like a bunch of lightning effects and all kinds of stuff.
Maybe new body? Maybe? Hopefully?
I'm gonna cringe if it's the same classic design that they keep doing.
Well, considering that Spidey is almost certainly not a new body and is just gonna be this body, maybe that budget will go to Thor.
Yeah.
Also, we can't guarantee anything anymore because fucking Hulk was 90%
Right.
reuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuckers.
But I wonder if that was because Spider-Man was using all the budget. That's what I wonder.
Shut up, Braden. Don't justify their bullshit.
I mean, it's dumb either way, but I'm just trying to
Yeah.
picture these figures in this moment.
Yeah.
The symbiote Spider-Man, there's a version of this that rocks and a version of this that sucks. Okay with it using this body because this body is really solid. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with it being just a repaint of that. But I think the thing that's big then is the accessories need to kick ass. And with the symbiote, there are so many goop options that you can come up with there, And so if it's got like, a bunch of cool goop effects and like tearing goop and like goop webs and goop, just all kinds of different symbiotes, like a venom head.
It'll just be all the same web pieces, but black.
I know.
Imagine it's like a chest piece that you can have him hold that like goes over top. What I'm describing is kind of vague. It would basically just be like a flat piece of plastic.
Kind of like what they did on the Toby figure, but both halves. Like
you have them like red painted in the middle, so it looks like the original. Would that not be sick as hell?
Something like that. But
yeah,
if
it's just the original. Sorry, go ahead.
What I like about that is that all those goop effects could then be used on Venom figures, and so that would be cool. That would make it super worthwhile.
And then they would reuse them for the Maximum Venom figure.
Yeah,
and then shit the bed on that.
Also, they need to include Secret Wars eyes and like McFarlane eyes on this figure. They've done those heads before. They can retool them. I don't care.
It would.
But they need to include those on this figure. So also, holy shit, we've gotten so much symbiote Spider-Man figures. Like, God, there's 3 this year and a maximum one. This is like insane. Sorry.
They're milking it.
Apparently, symbiote Spider-Man is going to be big.
It used to be like once in a blue moon they'd release one and you can't get it and it's $90 the next day. Now it's just like they're falling from the sky. So
Okay.
I'm done.
No, it's all good. I'm going to do MCU stuff now. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Doomsday. right?
Yep, his day.
Doctor Doom, Thor,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic, and Herbie in a 2-pack. Okay,
More
interesting.
like who asked.
Invisible Woman and Human Torch in a 2-pack. All right.
Yeah, right.
The Thing on his own. Cyclops, Gambit, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Shang-Chi.
Cringe.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. So. Okay.
Okay. Listen here.
Okay. Here's my thoughts about this. I don't know if Doctor Doom's design looks cool in the movie. You know, like it looks like that concept art or something. That's a cool figure. If it looks like stupid in the movie, not a cool figure. It's that simple.
Right.
For that guy.
What about long gray hair Robert Downey Jr. with the arc reactor in his chest?
Fake ass AI bullshit.
Hair, old man dying, Robert Downey Jr.
The other thing is the Fantastic Four. So the Herbie and Reed. I don't know. Again, they're probably going to give the Fantastic Four like black accents or some slightly different version in the movie, you know, because MCU likes to do that. Maybe he'll come with new stretch effects, but that's really optimistic. I mean, I guess if he comes with Herbie, and it's a 2-pack, Herbie's small, so maybe that means that he's like got some big piece, or I don't know. That sucks. There is a really cool opportunity with the Invisible Woman and Human Torch one. If they have a fully transparent Sue Storm figure, like just a fully transparent version of the one that's coming out this year, I would be like tempted to get it. You know, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of cool, because then it can pair with that. You know, Thing is going to be the exact fucking same. I can't imagine.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean,
and then Cyclops
pants or something.
Probably, yeah. Cyclops is, I mean, again, I don't know what he looks like in the movie. If he looks cool, cool. I mean, hey, he could come with a unmasked, like, probably not, because Cyclops' thing is he has to have a mask on. But maybe he's got like a James Marsden head with red eyes or something that you could just paint.
That'd be cool.
And make like a little, you know what I mean? But probably just gonna have the thing on the whole time.
Yeah.
Gambit is cool. He'll go with the Deadpool figures, so that's kind of nice, I guess.
Unless he gets a different outfit.
Unless he gets a different outfit. But even then, you could probably still fudge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other one? I feel like there was one more.
Sam Cap.
Sam Cap is whatever.
Yeah.
And then Shang-Chi, So...
But obviously everyone here is getting new suits no matter what. Like, it's MCU. We know that by now. Cap will be at like his 3rd suit, and we'll be like, all right.
Nobody cares, Sam. Nobody
I like
gives
his
a
white
damn.
costume so much, and they made it so lame.
Interesting enough, it doesn't seem to be a bath wave, and it's also a very large wave too. Keep that in mind. Like, you've got two 2-packs.
It's an Avengers movie, right? They're bringing out the big guns.
The product stuff is probably going to be crazy for that movie.
They're also all going to be probably like halfway inaccurate because they're going off concept art that
100%.
CGI'd over at the last minute.
100%. $1,000,000%.
There's an argument to be made that you just skip this wave and wait till 2027 when they re-release them all with accurate paint jobs.
You got to wait a lot longer than that. You got to wait like 2030 by that point, brother.
True.
Then we'll get the accurate figures.
Considering Secret Wars is coming 2027.
Yep. Deadpool and Wolverine, Wave 2. This is bizarre, by the way. Elektra, yippee, my favorite character from that movie. This one is weird. When you ask me what would you expect for a Deadpool and Wolverine wave, I'd say, maybe Laura, Blade, you know, that, like, Gambit. Cavalrine is one of them.
I hope so.
Yeah, that checks out.
It's just a little weird. I don't know.
Well, they do.
My
Sometimes
Wolverine on the
like...
shelf if they do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just jacked old giant Wolverine.
I don't have yellow suit Wolverine yet, so I'd be good with that.
There you go. And then the last thing was just called, like, literally the translation was wolf something. And somehow got Sabretooth from that, maybe, which is like, all right.
No
sure.
way. Sabretooth is in it for 1 second, gets his head chopped off.
Cavalrine is in it for like 1 second.
Yeah, but Cavalrine was like a moment. Like, that's one of the most iconic jokes in the film. Nobody talks about
Sabretooth. I know. I don't know.
I
Maybe
bet
it's their chance to be like,
Cavalrine isn't the Cavalrine. It'll be like brown suit Wolverine or something.
Probably. Or Wolf something is one of the other ones, like stupid Like if it's height accurate Hugh
Yeah.
Wolverine, that would be the
Well,
best
because
thing.
I think there was a rumor
Dude,
that we were
brown
getting
suit Wolverine
Cowboy
would be
Deadpool at some point.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah, who knows how legit this wave is, obviously. Then X-Men 97 wave. So I read there was some confusion about this. Some people are saying that this was for season 3, which obviously season 2 hasn't even fucking come out yet, so how's that possible? But they're like, well, according to the production, this is going to be out by that time. It's like, is it? I don't think it will be.
No.
Cyclops. Well, if we're gonna assume, the only thing we can really assume is that this is like their final episode looks, which would make sense. So Cyclops, that would be in the blue outfit with the yellow trunks and like the head, the like hidden head or whatever. The hidden head. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, there you go. Wolverine, probably brown suit.
Yeah.
Jean Grey in that like green outfit. Rogue also in her like green and white like look that they just did for a comic figure.
Mm-hmm.
And then North Star, who I was like, what the fuck? North Star is a member of the fucking Alpha Flight team. And I had to look up if he was in X-Men 97. He is for 2 frames.
Is he?
He's in the background twice. So maybe they want to make a new North Star. I don't fucking know why they would want to do that.
Maybe he's gonna be more relevant in season 2.
Maybe, but it's just so random.
True. That's a good point. Ty.
And then there's an unspecified figure. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to. Yeah, there's an unspecified figure. Which if these are like season 1 based, it would be kind of cool if they did Bastion. It'd be kind of fucking sick if they did Bastion's like final battle look. That'd be pretty dope. Dude looks like fucking Angel of Death. Cool. I gotta look for all their outfits there.
They haven't made this regular look though.
Well, they could do that too. They could do that as well.
They could do that too.
Anyways, yeah, interesting. That's all the MCU stuff. Moving on to Magic the fucking Gathering.
Huh?
Could have. When this came up, I was like, so by the way this video is organized for what's coming next, I shat my pants and then got immediately upset because I was like, that's fucking it. And then they moved into Magic the Gathering. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Magic the Gathering consists of Doom 2099. Okay. Invisible Woman. Also, I tried to look up like cards, and I don't know if these things exist because I tried to look. I don't know Magic the Gathering, so I was like looking. I was like, is this an official card? I have no idea. Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger. This one's really specific. It's Scarlet Witch and Vision from Avengers: The Crossing, which is like, huh? This is what they look like. Scarlet Witch looks like Gambit, kinda. It's weird. She's even got like the head piece and everything. Jesus Christ.
If you were seeing what I was seeing, you'd say the exact same thing.
What were you seeing?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Huh?
I'm trying to find relevant images.
Alright, fair enough. Jesus Christ. So that was that, and then they also did...
Go back over the Magic the Gathering again. It was Doom, Sue... Who next?
Doom 2099's Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, Scarlet Witch and Vision from Avengers: The Crossing.
That's not Magic.
I didn't say Magic.
I asked for Magic.
What?
I asked for specifically the Magic the Gathering ones.
These are Magic the Gathering.
That's Avengers: The Crossing is a comic.
I understand, but it's under the Magic the Gathering subline.
I don't think
that's how it's organized.
Brother.
Well, that's how it was organized in the fucking video. He even mentioned it, so don't get mad at me for that. And Black Panther and Captain America. Those are the last 2. I promise you that's how it's organized. Maybe it's not. It might not be. I don't know. I have no clue. Bro's doing research. I promise. Look how well I organized the rest of this list. You're gonna question me at the very ending here? Come on.
I question
Come
you all the
on.
time. I've been questioning you this entire time.
Bro, I fucking did a good job.
Bro.
Anyways. Bro, that doesn't matter. I don't know why they're doing Magic the Gathering. Whatever. I don't care. It's a weird subline. Fuck them. I'm also mad because Doom 2099 is one of the villains in Marvel Rivals, and guess what else they're maybe fucking making? I'm gonna fucking scream, dude. They're fucking fuck. Sorry, I gotta get it all out. They're doing maybe Marvel Rivals figures. What is Bro doing now? What is...
Those are the only two I can find.
Okay.
That's not even Magic. The fucking Doom one's not even Magic the Gathering. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even close. I don't know what the fuck that is. Flesh grafted Doom bots. You may look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If you do, send one of them undercover and put the rest back in any order.
Shut up. God.
That was it.
Shit.
I was done.
Holy
What?
Oh, I'll wait. We just got breaking news for Spider-Man. I'll talk about it in a hot minute.
No,
Sorry.
alright.
Dude, this is
Spider-Man's
crazy,
off.
actually. Holy shit.
I don't care about that. Let's talk about Marvel Rivals figures. Yeah. Fuck. Anyways, so there's like One Piece. There's one piece of news like every week that like gets me super excited. This is the one that made me shit my pants. When I saw that displaying model behavior thumbnail, I went, "There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, boys. It might be happening." And obviously,
no fucking boys.
So, the very first thing that he talked about was the Punisher. Your boy, the Punisher. Wouldn't expect Punisher to be one of the first characters. He's not one of the more popular characters, but you know what? It's kind of, there's a lot of Punisher shit in this leak, so maybe it's the year of the fucking Punisher. I don't know. I'm kind of more excited to see how they're going to tackle those proportions
Might
in
be
action
the year of the
figures.
Punisher.
Yeah. Oh, I'm freaking out. Sorry, let him finish.
Oh, is Punisher in Spider-Man? Is that what it is?
Just finish your topic, okay? We're going to talk about it after.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know
Man's
if
about
that's
to
what it was.
bust.
Well, you're going to have to wait. Talk about it.
Okay. Jesus. I'm confused. You're getting excited about something else. It's throwing me off.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. Just keep going. No rush. Just talk.
Nobody cares about your stupid shit. Just kidding.
No, don't feel rushed, okay? I'll continue.
Okay. Anyways. God damn it. Next up, we're getting a Spider-Man and Luna Snow 2-pack, which
Jesus,
that's a
you
very
said
that's a
Spider-Man, and a jolt of adrenaline just shot through my
fuck
ass.
off. This
This
actually makes a lot of
sense. This
makes
is a good one.
this
Yeah,
makes
this is fucking
sense.
sick.
This makes sense because some people are gonna be like, "I don't want fucking Luna Snow." They're like, "Well, but I want Spider-Man." But also, she's really popular in this game. No one gave a fuck about Luna Snow before this game, so there you go.
Well,
Also,
there was many opportunity for people to give a fuck about her.
she was in the Future Fight.
I don't know what that is.
It was a game. Anyways, also, it's funny because Spider-Man's always asking Lunas for the extra heals, so that makes perfect sense. I don't think that's why they made the 2-pack based on that. Then we're getting a Moon Knight, which, you know, I really like Moon Knight's design in this game. I don't like it as much as, like, Egyptian MCU Moon Knight, but it's pretty fucking cool. Regardless. I love all the unks and shit. I love his hood with his little eagle head or whatever.
You like it when he goes, "The moon!"
I like it when he goes, "I've got a fucking man living in my brain." And then the final one, which also makes sense, is a Jeff and Venom 2-pack. I really like this too. This makes a lot of sense. Now I don't feel as bad about skipping out on that third-party Jeff now. There's sort of a fear that I have with these where I'm kind of like, are these gonna look good? Are they gonna look weird? Like, are they gonna look like the Spider-Verse figures where they're like cartoony and weird looking? They don't nail the style. I'm very worried about that for sure. But at the same time, I'm just happy. And also, if Legends are making figures of these guys, who's to say other companies aren't at least thinking about it too? You know, big brain.
You're right.
Small.
I think a wave of rival figures are going to come. Honestly, like
I think
from multiple different companies.
yeah, because I think with something like this, they weren't like, well, we got to make toys for it right away. They kind of
You think fucking Figuarts and Figma can resist a fucking rival's fucking stylized Spider-Man? Absolutely not. Can they resist that? Absolutely not.
These are
Reveltech.
these got me.
Reveltech be looking at the ladies in this game, being like,
Well, my problem now is that I just bought that Psylocke for the rivals. But to be fair, if they make Psylocke, it'll probably be her actual outfit. So you know, I can live with that.
Now here's my question. Not my question. Sorry. Here's my assumption. Luna Snow most likely going to be 99, if not 100% new sculpt because she just kind of has to be, right? I think that means Spider-Man is just going to be on like this body or another one. I think we're getting like
be a fucking comic body with the shit painted on.
Yeah.
Fucking
yes.
I really hope
we'll
they
never get
don't
a good
do that.
fucking video game Spider-Man for Marvel Legends. I hate these sons of bitches.
Nope.
I really hope they don't do that, but I also 100% see them doing that, and that pisses me off because these characters deserve all new sculpts, man. There's no way you can reuse the Punisher at all. You have to do a new sculpt for him. No fucking way. They can pull some shit out of their ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it.
What are they gonna do for that? There's no way they have a character with arms that big. In
I
there.
did have a thought.
Braden? Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's a new sculpt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could
They
use
could
his
reuse
arms and then just
No, but
change,
he's
so
too
he has
small.
So he has a short. I don't think so.
Punisher's pretty big.
I have a thought. Hold on. This could be wrong. I could be stupid.
thought?
But I had this thought when he mentioned the Punisher mecha. I know that in the game, Punisher's like big thing is he pulls out this big ass fucking turret that he jumps on. Could be wrong, but there's a world where you get the Punisher figure and then they release the turret as like a little pack or something, like its own solo release, and then you put them together, and that's the mecha. Just an idea.
Legends way too much credit.
You're getting the brain juices working.
I just had to say ideas, okay? That's
no.
it.
I
appreciate
appreciate it. I appreciate all of it because it's really like obviously this is like the most excited I've been for like a Legends thing since Gargantos and Psylocke. So it hasn't been that long to be fair. But like God, I hope these are good. Just please make them good.
Some of them will be good. Some of them will be bad. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep. And even the ones that are good will probably be a little jank.
I want them to put their best foot forward. I want them to Marvel versus Capcom.
The unfortunate thing about this is that I think they took way too long to do this. I mean, this is coming out. Isn't this from like Q4 2026, like the end of 2026? Like
probably, yeah.
That's over a year away. Like
it's a little scary to think where the game's going to be at that point.
I mean, game's already dead, bro.
It's not dead. It's dying. There's a difference.
That's what happens. Fortnite's dying.
Fortnite's died and come back like 7 times.
Fortnite's fine. Fortnite is like a phoenix.
They report it's true. They will revive, but they had a rough couple months here.
Look, obviously
maybe Rivals is a phoenix. Oh.
I mean, the Phoenix is coming next season, so.
Hey.
Maybe or Blade because he fucking woke up. I guess. It should be the lamest.
Blade's just never.
I'm sorry.
Into the game.
I'm sorry. Blade is the worst character they can add to this game. I just need to go on a tangent because people really want Blade. He's so fucking whatever. He's just a guy with guns and swords. He's not. I don't know, man.
Shut the fuck up. I like Blade.
I know, but he's not gonna. He's not gonna bring the hype. He's not gonna get people like really excited and make people play the game.
Simmer down there, brother. Blade's a very big character for representation, so I think you should calm down.
I think you're underestimating. I think you're underestimating the power. I mean, they brought him back. He's a fucking legacy MCU character now. Like he's a pretty big deal.
I guess, but he's just not exciting gameplay.
They just had a fucking.
He's got a katana and a gun.
They just had a fucking comic-wide event for him that they based part of the storyline of this game on.
Well, then I guess Blade is cool. Sorry, I don't think he's very interesting. That's just my opinion. Not for any other
Check
reason
your
than the fact
privilege,
that
brother.
I think he's boring. Whatever. Moving on. I'm happy about this. Crazy leaks. Crazy leaks.
It's over. You ruined it.
Speaking of crazy leaks.
We got crazy leaks.
Speaking of this news didn't exist when we made the list, so I'm just shoehorning it in. I think that's okay.
90 Snore was next anyway, so Spider-Man.
Right.
Why do you call it that?
So it just dropped during this podcast from the Hollywood Reporter, so it's 100% accurate. There's these are the guys that dropped out. Jamie Foxx is going to come back as Electro. Blah blah blah. It's a Hollywood fucking Reporter. You know what I mean? John Bernthal's coming back to be in Spider-Man: Brand New Day as the Punisher. Holy shit! It's a street level movie. We won. We fucking won. We won. Hold on. No. This is John Bernthal we're talking about. He said no to Daredevil Born Again. I don't believe he would agree to be in some bullshit multiverse Punisher movie. There's no way he would say yes to that. There's no way he would say yes. He turned down. I mean, look, there's a 2% chance, right? But it's looking more and more likely that it's a street level movie. More and more. It says I would say the scales are tipped in street level.
So.
I just don't believe he would say yes to like a fucking. He's such a particular actor about the character, right? So it's probably a pretty good pitch for the character. This is awesome. This is super fucking cool. I mean, also this means there's like a 99% chance they're actually directly tying it into Born Again, which is fucking amazing. Like we've been desperately begging for that for the last year. Like Born Again has been building. They mentioned we've wanted Spider-Man to be in Born Again or Daredevil. Either way, this means that it will be connected. I mean, most likely. It would be very bizarre if it wasn't. If Punisher showed up in a completely disconnected storyline. I mean, there's a Punisher special coming out the same year, and he's going to be in Born Again Season 2. I mean, holy shit, there's 3 different Punisher projects. I just realized that. Yeah, this is really cool, man. I mean, if all the characters you could pair him up with, this is a really good choice. Now, the biggest question I think people will have is, like, R-rated character in PG-13 Spider-Man movie, right? I think that's probably the biggest concern that will be coming out of this. My rebuttal to that is that Punisher in the comics has existed in multiple different comics. He does this all the time, right? As long as the core of the character is R-rated and mature, I think we're fine. And there's no way that this Bernthal Punisher is going to suddenly become cartoony and goofy just because he's in a Spider-Man movie. Now, he probably won't be beheading people, obviously.
No, I just thinking about that.
But this is really cool. I mean, all signs point towards some version of a evolution of the ideas in Born Again being addressed in Spider-Man in a more street level thing. All signs point. Now, there's still a chance. You guys are right. You guys are right. I don't want to say we're confirmed street level. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it's more likely now. More likely than ever before.
He could also he could be in it for the first half hour, like there's some opening plot, and then,
that's true.
It goes multiverse.
That's true. That's totally possible. But again, I really don't know if Bernthal would sign on to like a cameo role.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he would sign on to like a cameo. I feel like it has to be a decent pitch, and it has to be an evolution of what he's doing in his special, right? Because if you remember remember we talked about this during Born Again, how Bernthal said that Marvel had plans for Punisher, but that he wanted to help them get there in an authentic way. We were trying to speculate what that would be. Their plans were probably Spider-Man. And that's, his thing was like, okay, I'll be in it, but give me a special to like bridge that gap and like naturally explain. I mean, he first showed up in a Spider-Man comic as a villain, right? So there's a world where he's like a villainous force at the beginning of the movie or something, Yeah, I think this is a very exciting notion. I'm very happy about this.
Development.
Yes, this is good news.
This is good news
overall.
Yes.
And their dynamic is going to be hilarious. Also, they're friends. Fun fact: they were helping each other audition for their pitch for their audition. They're helping each other practice for their auditions for each character together. So it's kind of like
the same movie right now too.
Yeah, now they're like, they're coming back around. This is super cool, man. I think we're probably looking at, again, I haven't processed this at all. Normally I think about the shit for a week and then talk about it. Maybe I'll come back next week with a theory or something. All I know is that this is very exciting news to me. And God, it's so strange. It's the Punisher from fucking Daredevil season 2 is now in the MCU Spider. Like, it's the same guy. I don't know, man. It's nuts.
Got like Spider-Man, Punisher, and like Hulk all hanging out together.
So yeah, we'll see. The Hulk was weird because it was like, it wasn't like this where it was like the Hulk's in the movie. It was like Mark Ruffalo's in the movie in some extent. So I don't know what that means. You know, it could be like a post credits. I don't know. They both could be. I don't know what it could be. They're all three buddies. We really don't know.
They're best friends. They're playing cards.
To be fair, Spider-Man has always been a character that sort of has relationships with the Avengers and with like the Defenders style characters. He's always kind of been like in the middle, you know. So
rumor, it's very. I know it's not true because you would have told us about it. I heard fucking Silver Samurai's in the movie. I'm just like,
the rumor was the rumor. I'm going to quote the leaker. First of all, I think it was My Time to Shine, who was really sketchy. But the rumor was that this is his exact quote. It was something like this: Silver Samurai and whatever Poison Lady might be in Spider-Man 4. So that's what the leaker says. I don't know. I don't take that to heart at all.
Swoop might be in this movie.
Yes,
but I can't guarantee it.
Just it's just the same actors from fucking the Wolverine.
Yes. But you know, Ty, you're right. I mean, it could open like, you know, first act of the movie is he's already in the fallout of Mayor Fisk. He's already there. We're seeing the conclusion to that. You know what I mean? And then maybe that storyline leads into his like brand new day, like, you know, he's a better Spider-Man. He's fighting Mr. Negative or whatever storyline, which then inevitably leads to fucking Doomsday, right?
Yeah, and then Mark Ruffalo comes and is like, "We need you to save the multiverse, Spider-Man. You're our nexus being."
Null falls to the devil's anus and punches Hulk in the cock.
Yeah, and Tom Hardy comes
it's
to
also,
the and he's like, "That's a big one."
Probably, at least for a portion of it, going to be a darker Spider-Man movie because the fucking Punisher is in it. You know what I mean?
Like,
that's the kind of character you introduce.
The black suit at some point as well. You know,
exactly.
So you got black suit Spidey and Punisher. Could be peak.
Maybe the storyline is like Peter's caught between like street level, more violence.
What if Punisher gets the symbiote?
Oh God, fuck that bullshit. But maybe it's like the devil and the angel on his shoulder. Maybe like maybe it's like, you know, Mark Ruffalo's pulling him in one direction and the Punisher's pulling him in another direction, and maybe he's kind of
Mark Ruffalo is just the new Happy Hogan.
Oh boy,
Hogan's still around.
Yeah, but
I don't know. This is very.
Right.
I gotta say, I think we can all agree this is very unexpected. I don't think.
Well, so I hear something about this movie every few days, and most of it's fake, obviously. Yeah, because you send us the real shit.
Yeah, I don't speak about something in confidence unless it's like Hollywood Reporter or something. Mm-hmm. You know, but this is like from the horse's mouth. I mean, this is legit. So cool shit. I mean, even if it gives us 10 minutes of Punisher and Spider-Man interacting.
Let me ask you something. You ever see a match-grade round traveling 3,000 feet per second go through a window?
It's like worthwhile to me. Like, you know what I mean? That is so cool. Anyway, sorry. I'm done.
Yeah, I bet Aiden's gonna be screaming when he hears this.
Yeah, dude, this is like Aiden loves Spider-Man too, but like, man, it's like the movie's like made. Oh man, I'm so excited. He's gonna be so happy. Awesome. I'm just happy Daredevil Born Again's getting acknowledged in the movie. Most likely getting acknowledged. Because everyone kept saying. Everyone kept shitting, being like, what is Spider-Man doing right now? Why is he just sleeping? What is my boy doing? You know what I mean? And so I'm happy he probably will acknowledge it. It would be the dumbest thing ever if they didn't. I would be so annoyed if it was like, they're separately related to each other, but nothing to do. I'd be like, what the
No, Spider-Man walks out and he goes, I don't have the rights to interact with you guys. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, guys. I'm not happy.
Sorry, guys. I let New York die like 3 times. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, can
Good
you
shit.
tell that devil
Please
guy
give
that Sony won't let me be on his team? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
He can't be in here.
He can't be here, but he's my enemy. I fought him off screen. Maybe.
He says that
Sorry,
explicitly.
I don't like the fat guy.
The fat guy.
Let's hope we get to see a cool, like a bigger budget, like different look for Bernthal's Punisher too. Like it'd be kind of cool if they took this opportunity.
Well,
he doesn't need to be his main look, but I just like to see him in a different,
like a
whenever he
costume or something.
Yeah.
You want him with the white gloves and the white boots?
I want him with the white. I want him with the white gloves and boots, but with a bunch of blood all over them. That's what I want.
I want him to cave. I want him to cave Mary Jane's head in as soon as he sees her.
Well, they could probably get away with like.
It's not Mary Jane. It's Michelle Jones. Okay.
No, it's fucking. But
yes, cave Zendaya's head in.
No, cave Mayday Parker's head in.
He kills MJ.
It's just
that's why she's in the
Peter's
movie.
About to
why
reveal
she's innocent?
Peter's like hanging upside down. He's about to reveal his identity to MJ, and he's just like.
Him revealing his identity to MJ would be like, "Who the fuck are you? I don't even know who you are."
Dude, if we could,
Punisher.
I would love to go back. I'd love to go back like 9 years and tell my younger self that John Bernthal's Punisher and Tom Holland's Spider-Man were gonna be in the same thing together. I would have shit myself. Anyway, cool shit. Moving on to more Spider-Man. Yeah. This is brief. I don't have a lot to say about this. I just wanted to acknowledge it. Also, especially with the Bernthal thing, that is so much more interesting.
Right. Yeah. Like, who cares about this? But it's interesting.
But I care about it, so whatever.
I did, and then I immediately stopped caring about it. Like, instantly. It was like, it was
a show. So,
yep.
So here, I have photos ready, guys. How cool am I?
Wow.
They have officially announced that they're doing a Spider-Man 94 like mini series that will explain the cliffhanger at the end of the animated original 90s series where MJ is like gone in the multiverse, and then subsequently X-Men 97 was like, he found her. I don't know how, but he did. This will finally explain how that happened. So as someone who loves the 90s Spider-Man animated series, it's just nice to have a massive cliffhanger resolved. It's just one of those things where when there's like a franchise that ends like unceremoniously or doesn't get like its proper, like it ends on a cliffhanger and you're a fan of it, you always have that like noodle in your brain. You're like, God, I just want like peace. I want mental peace, Mm-hmm. And so in that way, I'm really happy about this. I will say the original showrunner and main writer of the 90s series is not attached. He made a statement where he wished them luck. He did. He towed the line between they didn't contact me at all and like they probably should have, and also like, but I'm not going to be butthurt about it. But we should probably acknowledge that they probably should have. But I'm not going to be like an asshole. He kind of like had that perspective. I actually follow that guy. I've been following him for years, so it was weird to see this news break and then see him respond in real time. Yeah, he's a really good writer, actually, and he's a really cool guy by all accounts. And he actually has major, like, he invented the concept of the Spider-Verse. It was him. Like, he was the first guy to do that. So, but yeah, I wish at the very least they would have, even if they were going to have him, like, write it, which is totally reasonable, if they would have at least brought him on as, like, someone who could, like, be like, okay, this was my explanation. This is where I was going, right? Write that out. I'd be like, cool. But he has also spoken publicly about it a few times, so I can imagine they may have just like pulled his quotes and just been like, "Oh, this was his idea." I don't know. I will say it's being written by the dude who wrote Kraven's Last Fucking Hunt, so it's probably going to be pretty good, in all likelihood. But I will say I was mentioning this in the chat earlier. My biggest concern is I really don't want this to be, because he's got to travel the multiverse to find her. I don't want it to be the 90s Spider-Man visits the Spectacular Universe and the Ultimate Universe and this universe. And look at all the cartoons. They're all crossing over. I don't want that, like, fan service thing. I know. Well, it'll be multiverse no matter what, because that's what was set up in the original storyline. I'm just saying I don't want that to be that. I don't want it to be like, let's tribute all the animated cartoons. Like they give them their own each individual storyline or tribute, but don't try and like kill 5 birds with one stone, you know? That's also kind of why I'm annoyed about like their roles in the Spider-Verse movies is they include like, you know, they have the Spider-Man Unlimited and they have Spectacular, but they're like really, they're not meaningful revitalizations at all, you know? They're just kind of fan service. And this, I would really just like it to properly, you know, explain what happened to MJ. Moreland is in it from the Inheritors from the comics. But he's like amongst a head of like 1,000 people that are in this like cover. So he'll probably run into him or something because Moreland likes to eat spider totems. And so this guy's obviously a spider totem. So they'll probably like clash. That's a logical thing that makes sense. I just don't want that to be the story, you know?
90s Spider-Man meets Spider-God.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want it to, like if it's like there's a scene or an action scene or a part or like half of an issue that's like, oh hey, this, you know, acknowledging the world building, I'd be like, okay, cool. But if it's like he's the main villain, I'd be like, all right, this sucks. My pitch for this was that they take alternate universe Spider-Man characters that exist now, like Spider-Gwen. Miles is now mainline universe, but he was originally an alternate universe. Miles Morales. Spider-Man 2099 kind of existed back then, but it was like just when he was being created. Noir. I want to see 90s versions of those guys. That would be cool. Like one of my pitches was, what if he went to a Spider-Gwen universe and it's like Gem and a Holograms show? Like it's like a Spider-Gwen animated, you know, like Gem and the Holograms style, you know, Saturday morning cartoon. Like that would be cool. Or like Batman Unlimited style 2099 universe. You know what I mean? Or something like to like that, like these versions exist as if they were made in the 90s. That would be cool and a fun way to still make it feel like a part of that world, but to sort of take advantage of concepts that didn't exist back then. So I don't know. We'll see. It could be none of that. There's also a version where it just, because there's plenty of multiverse stuff in the original show. I mean, there's a bunch of different variants they have there. It could be about bringing those guys back or revisiting their worlds and stuff like that. It could just be expounding on the multiverse from that show, which would also be cool. It could be both. I don't know what it'll be. It's not an animated series, obviously. I'm kind of okay with it not being, because this doesn't close the door on a Spider-Man 94 series. That could still happen. Because X-Men 97 went and was just like, he's already found MJ. I don't think we ever would have gotten, even if this comic didn't exist, I don't think we ever would have gotten the next season in the whole story arc as him finding MJ. I think we would have gotten, oh, he's already found MJ, and it's existing in the X-Men 97 timeline, and it's going forward. Like, I feel like they would have skipped that chapter anyway, you know? So I think there's a way where this fills in that gap, and then that way, if they do a new show, they don't need to, like, open it by resolving a massive cliffhanger from the last show. They can just comic,
basically.
Yeah, exactly. They can just get off the ground running, you know. So I'm okay with it. I'm looking forward to it. It's a very niche comic. You know, it's not going to be for a lot of people, but it's for people like me and Aiden. So it'll be cool. What gives me the most faith is that it's written by the Craven's Last Hunt guy. I mean, that's like, he's such a, that's like being like, oh yeah, you know, like one of the most famous comics of all time. That writer's doing this. Like you can't really look past that, you know? So
well,
cool shit.
I mean, look, first of all, I love the covers.
Brayden,
second of all,
the fuck in, bro.
Yeah, why are you
I'm
blurry,
locked
bro?
in, dude. Oh, I'm not locked in. Oops. Bro, lock me in, please. Hello? Thank you.
Oh.
Hello? I love the covers, and I don't hate the idea. I was disappointed it wasn't a show. But at the same time, it's cool. I think it's really, really neat. That's basically my only input. I don't really have much input, but it's neat.
Yeah. It's not mind-blowing, but it's cool. It's a cool little thing for people that like the show, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's because you can imagine I saw this on friggin' like Toy Shiz page. It was just the second cover there.
Yeah, well, that's because Toy Shiz is a 90s Spider-Man gooner. Like he fucking loves that show, so.
And I was like, oh my god. I was like, it's happening, and then I was like, oh, it's not happening, but it kind of is still happening. It was interesting. But also, I never finished the original 90s series. I got up to Secret Wars. I'm like, this shit sucks, and I stopped watching.
Nah, Secret Wars is dope. But
It was okay. It was just weird because he was just summoning people in, and I was like, okay.
that's how it is in the comics.
I know, but it's goofy. I didn't.
Maybe it was made in the 90s, brother.
You love
I
stupid
know.
shit, to quote
You
myself.
say that all the time, dude. I get it. You know, because I had just binged last season. And I was like, all right, it's all right. That's a very overwhelming show too, by the way. Like every episode, a billion things happen, so you get overwhelmed.
It has a
very
breaking
easily.
neck pacing for sure.
Yeah, Spider-Man has like 20 seconds. He's like, "I love you, MJ. Let's spend the rest of our life together." And fucking Moreland runs in and fucking starts blowing up town
Moreland is not in
square.
that show.
Whatever, Morbius or whoever.
Morbius is in this cover, and Moreland is in this cover, and I wonder if they're
Yes.
gonna meet. That'd be funny.
They're gonna meet, and he's going, "I will suck
They
your
should
vampire
suck
blood."
each other's energy.
They
So,
should.
okay.
That'd be hot.
My favorite Morbius is fucking Plasma Morbius, so I'm happy.
I love fucking plasma. I will eat your plasma. Yeah, the whole
It's
gang
over.
is here.
Don't they both have like weird mouth hands?
Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, they should touch hands and be like, "Oh, I love you."
I don't think that's how that works.
They both just shrivel up.
Ew.
But it's like a repeating cycle. Like they shrivel and they rejuvenate with each other's energy, and they shrivel and they're like passing energy between each other.
I hate that. Why do they have to do that?
Because they're lovers.
And they're not.
They
Marlon's
should be.
like his dad or whatever.
No, he's not.
He might as well be. He's the king of
One
all
of them's
vampires.
got white skin, the other one's got green skin. I mean, come on,
Bro,
let's make it happen.
Bro.
Make it happen.
bro.
All right. There was some MCU stuff. The movie got announced, right?
You got a
Yeah.
theory. The game
Okay.
theory.
So I'm about to fly off the handle, brothers.
Oh, boy.
Just letting you know. This is gonna get. I took little screenshots of I made a list of all the release dates and the difference in two different scenarios.
He's doing a deep dive.
just to help explain my point. Sorry, I also wrote notes. So, Marvel announced a release date for a new movie in December of 2028. So this is significant because usually movies that release in December are pretty big event movies because, of course, there is a massive yearly holiday that the world celebrates and rejoices over every single year, and they all want to go out and celebrate this thing with their family in December. There's a really important holiday every single December. That being my birthday, actually. So, of course, them placing this movie around this time makes a lot of sense because everyone's celebrating my existence, and so they want to go see movies.
Hanukkah.
It's true. Pay some respect.
It's true. It's Hanukkah, and then it's my birthday. That's what it is.
Editor,
Hanukkah.
put clip of Thing talking about Hanukkah in, please.
May this be a good and sweet new year.
So here, okay. So for reference, Avengers. Sorry, I've been waiting all day to talk about this, and I'm also so high about the Punisher thing right now.
Hi.
So December 18th, 2026 is when Doomsday's coming out. December 17th, 2027 is when Secret Wars is coming out. And now December 18th, 2028 is a mysterious Marvel movie. Now this is significant because the only other Marvel movie that has ever been released in December is Spider-Man No Way Home. Marvel does not usually release movies in December. Like they never do it, right? But movies that release in December are usually massive event pictures. Like there were the Hobbit movies released every December, and then there was the Star Wars movies released every December, and then there was the Avatar movies, and then it was Spider-Man. And then obviously Sonic. So massive movies usually drop in December because they make a ton of money. So whatever this movie is, it's probably not Blade or something like that, right? It's probably a bigger movie of some kind. So I have 5 different scenarios about what this movie. I have 4 different scenarios about what movie it could be, and then I have a dubious 5th option that is less exciting but might be the case. So there's 4 movies and then a dubious 5th option. So I'm going to start this article with a movie that was talked about in this article, right? We haven't heard talk about this yet until this article because they start mentioning projects in development that could be this movie. And this article was like Hollywood Reporter, Variety, or something, right? It was one of the big guys. So they list off a bunch of upcoming Marvel movies, and they list one off that we kind of expected but didn't know for sure, and that was a sequel to the Fantastic Four. So this is the first time we've ever heard any trade mention that it's in development. But this trade was like, it's in development. It could be that movie. They were also like, it could be these other movies, right? So I'm going to say that is like, that's the first scenario. It could be Fantastic Four 2, right? That's Fantastic Four are pretty big, right? They're like legacy characters. They've had three different versions. You know, if it weren't for Superman and Jurassic World, it would be the biggest movie of the year. You know, it just so happens that all the big movies are coming out in July this year for some reason. But they're pretty big, you know, and they're a team and everything. And, you know, so it could be that. That's the first one I would say is that's a possibility. The second possibility is a movie that we haven't heard officially confirmed, but we basically have confirmed, and that's Doctor Strange 3, which I would argue Doctor Strange, you know, some people might say that that's not like a big Marvel thing, but the last one made $1 billion fucking dollars. It literally made $1 billion. So at this point, the Doctor Strange franchise has leveled up, I think, to be one of the like bigger Marvel franchises. So it could be Doctor Strange 3, which we know is probably going to come out eventually. The third option is the one that a lot of people are saying, and there is evidence for this. The third option is the Marvel Studios X-Men movie. And the reason why people are making that connection is because about a day before or a day after, within a day of this news, Jack Schreier, the director of Thunderbolts, officially signed on to direct X-Men. So we talked about that a couple months ago, but he's officially signed on now. You know, he's doing it. So kind of like, wow, he signs on, and then right after that, we find out there's a 2028 Marvel movie, right? X-Men are huge, obviously. They're a big deal, you know. There's history there. That would make sense as well, right? I think, you know, that's a logical thing. The fourth option is kind of gonzo, but it's worth mentioning. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. They are currently in production for Doomsday right now. They're shooting Doomsday and Secret Wars back to back. If there were a decision to be made to split Secret Wars or add a third movie or turn it into a trilogy, it would probably be made right about now, right? So that's a possibility some people are floating that we could get. And again, Marvel never releases a movie until December. The 2 previous Decembers are 2 Avengers movies. It, you know, I mean, it takes like pea-brain logic to go, maybe this is another Avenger movie, right? So that's possible. I don't think it's likely. I don't think that's going to happen. I would be excited if that happened because there's no chance in hell they're going to be able to tackle the Secret Wars storyline properly in one movie. But it's a I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. So I wanted to mention that for the sake of it, right? Also, if you're also pea-brain to go, the last Avengers were 2 movies, a bigger could be 3 movies, right? Like, you know, it's like, right. But then what are they going to do, 4 for the next one and then 5? Like, that's ridiculous, right? So also, are they going to shoot for fucking 2 years back to back to back? That's insane. Whatever. I don't know. I did mention it, right? I'm going to talk about the 5th sort of dubious option now. And this is the one that I think is probably what it is. This date, this December 18th date, is not for a new movie. Rather, it is Marvel reserving this release date because they know they're going to delay the Avengers movies again. So this way, if they want to delay Secret Wars or the both movies another year, they have this release date locked in. No one else is taking it. And they could be looking ahead, anticipating that, being like, oh, these movies. And let's be real, these movies are being made in like without a fucking finished script, maybe. That's a rumor that's going around right now. These movies are being made in a really fast time. Like, it's pretty intense, right? It's already been delayed once. So the follow-up to that also is, and here's my lists. I'll send this into the Discord right now, just so that you guys can have these release dates like fresh in your head. This is currently the 2026 through 2028 Marvel release schedule. And there's a 4th piece of this puzzle that I think could make it likely that they're just going to delay these Avengers movies. And that's that Marvel is anticipating delaying these 2 Avengers movies. And also, if they were to delay Doomsday out of December 2026, that means Sony would have an open place to delay Spider-Man into December 2026. Because remember, Spider-Man No Way Home came out in December, like 5 years ago. It's proven a success rate. Would it be abnormal? It doesn't make sense that Marvel would reserve a date for another studio, but that's not what's happening. They're reserving a date for their movie. They're just moving out of the way. Right? They're not like reserving the date for Sony. They're just moving out of the way, but they're talking to Sony. They probably would know if that movie needs to get delayed, and it probably does. They're fucking like they're not even shooting yet, and it's like almost a year. It's like by next month it'll be a year out. They'll have a year to shoot and do the CGI on a Spider-Man movie. That's not a lot of time, you know. So I think what's probably happening, if I had to lay my best guess, is it's either X-Men or it's this option. Honestly, my best guess is that they know they're going to delay Doomsday and Secret Wars, and the only reason why they didn't just announce that and preserve this release date is so that Sony can, like, because if they were to announce that they're delaying these movies and move it out of December 2026, that means another studio would immediately swoop up that like Christmas time release date, right? So I'm imagining the reason why they just were like, oh, we're making a movie but not announcing we're delaying these ones is because that gives Sony wiggle room, you know what I mean? So that someone else doesn't immediately swoop it up, you know? So yeah, that would be, and then here's again, if this is like really confusing, here's this theoretical schedule in chat. So it would be December 2026 Spider-Man, December 2027 Doomsday, December 2028 Secret Wars. That is my theory. It's that or X-Men to me. Those are the most likely options. It might not be, obviously. Also, it could be that Doomsday doesn't get delayed, but Secret Wars does, and then Spider-Man takes Secret Wars' release date. Like, that's also a possible scenario as well, you know? So, anyway, I know that's a lot to say, a lot of information, but and it's a lot to extrapolate. But the fact that they are releasing a movie in December means it's a big deal of some kind, which means that there's some sort of significance to it. So, also, if it's not coming out after, if it's not Secret Wars getting delayed and it's just a new movie coming out, that's significant because last time they did a big crossover movie, and I'm not counting No Way Home because that was, Far From Home, because that was in the same phase and it was 2 months later. You know what I mean? They didn't have another major movie lined up for a few years, right? It took them a while, and I know there's the pandemic, but even before that, they didn't have like an Avengers movie or a Fantastic Four or Captain America or whatever lined up right after Endgame, right? Yeah. They waited a while. And I think that kind of hurt Phase 4 a little bit. They kind of eased into it rather than getting off the ground running. So if it is a new movie, I would imagine the reason why they're releasing it just a year later is because they want to launch the next saga with a bang. They don't want to like slow launch it. You know, they want to like hardcore be like an X-Men movie or, you know, a Doctor Strange movie or a Fantastic Four movie, you know, to sort of get that next saga going. All right, sorry, that's my trade. I want to ask you guys, though, of the options I've laid out, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is the most likely option?
Probably X-Men.
Probably X-Men?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's a Jeff the Landshark movie.
With James Marsden, and they go on a road trip.
He's
played. Brain is constantly thinking.
Played by yeah, probably X-Men, or I don't think it will be delayed. And also, like, for them reserving stuff, I feel like why would they need to like reserve a spot? Because can't movies be out on the same day?
Yeah, but it's the audience; they're gonna devour each. So
I know.
So it's a power vacuum essentially, right? So if they don't fill that void, another studio is gonna take it. It could be DC, it could be Universal, right? That happens all the time.
Right.
Like movies will get moved around.
Despite the fact that they claim to be committed to quality over quantity, I don't see them delaying their biggest movies a year apiece.
It's tricky.
It just does not seem like a gamble that they would go for.
It's tough. I mean, they delayed them once before, right? So they've been delayed a year already. People forget this often, but actually they've delayed them twice because if you remember,
Dynasty was supposed to be out this year, like May.
Secret Wars and Doomsday were supposed to come out the same year originally. If you guys remember, so they delayed Secret Wars out a year, and then after that, they delayed them both a year subsequently. So they've delayed them twice. That also happened. People forget that also happened to Infinity War and Endgame, back when they were Avengers: Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. Those two movies got delayed a year, right around the time that Civil War was coming out, or right before, or when they announced Civil War or something. So there's precedent for it, but it's hard to say for sure. But if they're working on production right now and it's going slowly, that is a call they would once probably come to right about now. You know, they'd probably be like, oh, this movie is either behind schedule or it's way more ambitious than we thought or whatever, you know, or what, you know what I mean? So that decision, you know, there's a benefit of, what am I trying to say? When you're working on it, you get a better view of how it's going and when it's going to come out. You kind of get a new sense to reassess where you're going, right? Because you're actually making it. So it's possible. But again, maybe they just delay one of them. Maybe they just delay Secret Wars, right? And they delay Spider-Man where Secret Wars was. So that way Doomsday comes out the same year, but then Secret Wars comes out the next year. I don't know. But I just know that studio politics are very, they're like, it's like musical chairs. It's like who's going to sit down first to get the chair and then who gets knocked off. They're very aggressive about that. So who knows? But like to me, it's either X-Men or it's that. I don't think it's Fantastic Four 2. I don't think it's Doctor Strange 3. And I definitely don't think they're going to split Secret Wars into 2 movies or make a third movie.
It's actually Thunderbolts 2, and John Walker is going to be leading the
Dude,
team.
they're not doing that fucking... Dude, that movie bombed. I'm sorry. And Jake Schreier moved on to X. It's done. I'm so sorry, man.
Hopefully they live. That's all we can hope for at this point.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're going to kill him.
But I think even if it is the current scenario where it's like they do, like, let's say it's X-Men, I still think that is a way better way to launch a new phase than whatever they did last time.
Yeah.
That way, especially, not even especially, we know they're going to, like, universe soft reboot, incorporate the Fantastic Four, like, we know that's going to happen. And maybe they're going to, we already know they're probably going to recast and reboot Black Panther to be a younger Black Panther, right? Like, that's coming. Launching a major movie the following year is a great way to sort of reestablish. It's like moving. It's like you get to reorganize your house now that you've moved. And now you get to kind of show people where the status quo is, what happened here. You know, if it's X-Men and you're introducing X-Men, it makes a lot of sense for your first or one of your first movies coming back to be like, here's how that works in the MCU now. Here's what that looks like, you know? So
it's a brand new year. So
yeah.
Brand new
Either
beer.
way,
It's a brand new
beer. But yeah, Spider-Man's definitely getting delayed at least to like the fall. Like there's no way they're gonna make their release date. Even if they rush it, it's not gonna, like, they just won't physically be able to do it.
Are they in like London right now or something? Doing
they're not shooting yet. They're shooting next month. Which will be exactly 1 year out. I mean, if it shoots for what, 4 months, 5 months, that gives them like maybe 6 months to do post-production, which is insane. That is nuts. I mean, like, we see trailers for movies 6 months before they release sometimes, right? Like, that is a super tight frame. So it's Spider-Man's getting delayed no matter what, either to the next year or to the fall. I always was theorizing it would come out in November. That was like my biggest guess. Or October, because they used to do the Venom movies in October as like their big fall movie. So my thought was, well, maybe they'll just delay Spider-Man to October. Anyway, sorry. I know this is really boring information. It's all release dates, but there's a lot you can extrapolate from it, which is interesting. So Spider-Man's definitely getting delayed. We'll see if they delay these 2 movies, but it's hard to say. I do give you credit, like, they need to make money, right? So they need to get an Avengers movie out ASAP. But they are also really playing it close. Like, they're really cutting it close.
Fast and loose.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's so close to the point where they only announced half the cast because we know now the other half hadn't signed on yet. So it's a lot. And I don't want to discredit them figuring out Spider-Man and what that is, which they clearly are. They just casted John Bernthal. I do think them figuring out what that movie is affects the Avengers movies to some extent, you know?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Honestly, the whole thing just sounds like a lot of monkey business, if you ask me.
It's a lot of really, that's why
this, bitch.
Huh? I can't...
Oh, he's playing the song.
Donkey Kong!
Tyler, that doesn't sound
It's
like
in the trailer. Nobody's talking about it.
It is in the trailer.
The DK rap in the direct, and no one's talking about it.
They probably stole it from Grant Kirkhope again. They probably own that shit now.
He already said that he didn't know that it was going to be used.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
But Ty, you're playing the wrong.
He doesn't own that shit.
It probably isn't. Ty, you're supposed to play like fucking epic anime music and not that.
That's true. I'm sorry. So,
Nintendo Direct dropped a DK or Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. It was like 18 minutes long. I wasn't gonna watch this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait to see what happens. Very glad I did, honestly, because this gives a lot of context as to what the fucking deal with this game is. We could already see the trailer. When the first trailer came out, you know, it's kind of like, what the fuck am I looking at? You know, what's happening?
Not really.
It
seemed
it's
like
wild.
a much more like Mario Galaxy, you know, just like a traditional 3D Nintendo platformer game. This is so fucking different than I would have ever expected.
It's bizarre, but also it's kind of like it's so Nintendo, you know what I mean? Like Nintendo always just does shit like this where they'll just do something crazy every once in a while and they'll just go super hard into it. And I kind of fucking love it, if I'm being honest. This game looks like a goddamn masterpiece. I'm so sad that I can't afford this dog shit ass overpriced.
It's not dog
system.
shit. It's fine.
It's dog shit. The price is dog shit, my guy. It's horrible.
It's just a normal.
And the only game it's launched with is fucking Mario Kart. Like, who cares?
And
it's a normal
tutorial.
Next generation console.
It's a dog shit bullshit ass console.
It's a
that
shitty ass fuckfest.
All right, guys.
It's bad,
Look,
dude.
It's too much money. I'm not gonna get it for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening.
Pay attention. Okay. Anyways.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Oh, he's paying attention.
Anyways.
Donkey Kong, he perked up.
Fucking The Rock is baby Pauline. Who would have guessed? She's not
Everyone.
baby.
This leaks.
Oh, did it leak? I never heard.
No, I didn't know.
I explicitly talked to you about it shortly after it was revealed. So
definitely do not remember that.
Yeah,
well, bet you didn't expect her to be pleasing all the foot fetish people, did you? Because she's barefoot.
She's like
and she also looks like a fucking toddler, and I hate it. It's weird.
I think you bringing up the foot fetish thing is weirder.
Well, I mean, look,
her initial shot, her foot's in the fucking camera, my guy.
I like her design. She does not look like she's 13 years old.
I think she looks awful.
I love it. I think
it's
awesome.
It's terrible.
I mixed on it. I didn't even register that it was Pauline when I first saw her. I was like, who is
Pauline's
this?
daughter or something.
Pauline's weird.
Well, maybe Mario's got completely different fucking eyes to adult Mario, so they're not exactly good at this.
But fucking Pauline looks like she's 40 in Odyssey.
Yes.
So
this is okay. Yes. So this is I'm glad. So here's the issue. Everyone is suddenly somehow realizing that Mario has never had consistent lore, and I'm shocked that this is suddenly a realization.
People are really paying attention to the timeline of this game. I'm like, guys, it's
never had. Mario's got lore.
Timeline, bro.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Mario has lore the same way fucking Mickey Mouse has lore. Like it's it's not consistent. It's on a project.
Steamboat Willie is actually the latest in the timeline, you guys.
It's like Ocarina.
So here's my thought on the Pauline thing. Can I mention my idea? So this was my realization watching this. This is being made by the Odyssey team. It's the same team that made Odyssey, right? It's not a sequel at all, but it's certainly a follow-up. It's certainly an evolution of a lot of the stuff in Odyssey. Pauline, music, even the different worlds and like the open kind of like playground, the kind of thing they did, and the collectibles, and even the shops are the same as in fucking Mario Odyssey. Like clearly this is them extrapolating on a lot of the ideas in Odyssey and what worked, and this is their successor as a company, not as like a direct sequel. But that makes a lot of sense. Pauline was one of the most popular things from Odyssey. It makes a lot of sense that you'd make her a major part of the next game, you know? And it seems like if the only internal consistency it seems there is with this game is with Odyssey, like it's obviously it's like a prequel to Odyssey alone in a vacuum, right? But none of the other Mario lore counts, obviously.
No.
But it's interesting. I really like them incorporate. I just like Pauline as a character, especially the modern Pauline. I don't give a fuck about the old stupid ass Pauline, but the Pauline post Odyssey based, right? The music. Well, she's in she cameos in other games, and she's got
like Party and Mario Kart don't count.
She's in as many games as fucking Waluigi is.
Yeah, but Nintendo fucking hates that guy.
I know.
They keep taking away his ass.
This is I really like the new. So I'm happy they're she's singing and it's cool, and I'm glad they're the musical stuff in Odyssey is awesome. That's like one of the most cool part of the game. So it's cool that they're making that a bigger part of this game.
Makes me cringe. This is like a Studio Ghibli ass trailer.
It's a little. There's something about me that wants to say it's
I have
cringe.
the power inside me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think the voice acting is a little like it's like charmingly cringe is the way I would describe it.
Nintendo's voice acting is always cringe. Did you see the voice acting in the Zelda game, the most recent Zelda games? It's not good. It's very goofy. It's very slow.
That's
that's
the thing.
Don't give a fuck about those characters besides Zelda and Ganondorf. Like fucking Rauru. Who?
Rauru. A lot of people want to frig Rauru, so I don't know, man. You're gonna piss off a lot of
people are cringe.
Dude, people want to frig
just
Rauru.
like
anyway.
Pauline, cringe.
Look, can I explain? Can I explain?
Go ahead. Say your take on it.
Let the guy talk about it whose favorite game it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's just it's like cheesy anime. Like I love it. I love her weird cringy sections. But also it's like the music's like well done. Like it sounds good. Fucking they play a lot of really good tracks in the trailers and stuff, which was fun. They actually there's this Japanese track that's playing. I wonder they're gonna have to turn that into an English track, I assume. During the he can turn into a zebra.
He goes Super Saiyan, bro.
And an Ebra.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the music? You're talking about the gameplay? Organized?
You know me. I don't follow a consistent. I'm not like you who prepares stuff. I'm just gonna go off on it.
It turns into a
This is bro. You yapped for the last 3 topics. Let him yap.
You're right.
But at least he had more of a consensus and not just like, well, this happened and this happened and then this happened.
It's okay. You're excited. I get it, man. Dope.
No, I just think the music that they were using was really interesting. Obviously the voice acting I prefer that all the creatures still make dumb fucking noises. I like that. Like you've got like the monkeys going like I will not I will die.
Well,
I fucking love
monkey speaks, doesn't he?
No, he goes like It sounds kind.
Like
they have Kong language. All the animals speak like their own language, which is weird. So the Kongs all sound like. Also, Donkey Kong sounds like a moron in this trailer.
That's just what he sounds like.
What the fuck? He always sounds like an idiot.
No, he sounds like Seth Rogen in the Mario movie.
Yeah, exact. Case in point.
In that one movie.
What if they got Seth Rogen to be him in this
Otherwise,
movie?
he always goes.
Yeah, it's true. So it fits. It totally works.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, just one sec.
Oh wow, this fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Oh, what a fucking.
Oh boy. Whatever. The gameplay looks really cool. You can destroy the whole environment and shit. It's very fun.
Yeah,
it's very Nintendo innovative.
Didn't ask. Don't care.
It's Jeez, you're such a hater. Goddamn.
What do you got? Blue Man? Blue Man Group? What was that? Shit. Anyways.
Doesn't matter, bitch.
Okay, whatever, bitch. Anyways. I don't know. It's just something about it that, like, I can't really describe, like, specifically the music and, like, Pauline singing and all that shit. It just fills me, like, with this weird, like, joy. I can't. I honestly can't explain it. It should.
Dude.
I should be cringed by it. I should be like, this fucking sucks.
No, you can like whatever you like, dude.
Yeah.
Ty
just-
likes things that are cringe to some people. I like things that are cringe to
Name
some
one.
people. God, I'm not gonna. You want me to open a can of worms, and I'm not opening it.
John
okay?
Walker's
You know damn well.
Editor, put a picture of John Walker's cock on camera. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
I've
Anyways,
never once talked about his cock.
I feel like you have.
yeah, you
No, I think
Definitely.
if I have, it's because one of
thought-
you two has mentioned it.
you've thought about it.
Thought
Perversely.
about it in that dirty little head.
I can see inside your fucking warped brain, man. Anyways,
Okay, you're welcome, Doc, pal.
I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not saying I'm better. Okay.
Talk about the game, Brayden. What do you like about it?
I'm trying. I like everything about
What do
it.
you think of the gameplay, Brayden?
Everything about it.
I like the gameplay. Fuck off. I like the gameplay. The gameplay is so cool, man. You can do so much shit. You can literally reduce a mountain to ashes. It's so epic. You can pick up the ground and slide around, which we knew about that, but seeing it again was cool. You can fucking like slam into the ground, and depending on the surface of the ground, you can go farther in. Like, there's just so much little shit. What?
You can throw like sand or dirt or like clay, and it will stick.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
create or like a ladder or like a steps out of throwing dirt at like a wall.
I was getting like
He's
overwhelmed
actually
with how
throwing
much
his
shit.
poop and building.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
He shoves his hand all the way up his ass, rips out a big.
Scoops him out.
And Pauline's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
So Pauline's singing
No,
cool
Pauline's
fucking anime
like,
music.
Yeah, do it, Donkey Kong.
TK, you got that shit, man. And he's going,
Throw shit at him.
If that was her dialogue, I'd be so happy. There's a fucking skill tree for all of Donkey Kong's skills. You can get different outfits for all the characters and change Donkey Kong's fur color.
I really want. People have said this, but I want a Donkey Kong, like a retro 3D Donkey Kong model, the same way they have one in Mario Odyssey. It'd be cool if you can turn him into like.
Yeah, like a skin. Yeah. Dope. There is a fucking Mario 64 ass sculpt a face and fucking fuck with it mode, which is like ridiculous.
It's awesome.
I love that. Yeah, everyone's just the second they saw, they're like, "Well, we know how many penises we're gonna see that first day." Like 100%, you're gonna see a bunch of cocks. No shadow of doubt.
Can you talk about the one thing I care about?
What do you care about? I
He's
don't know
got
what
a
you care
super
about.
form with banana hair.
I was talking about that already. Yeah, he turns.
You talked about the zebra.
I said he's got a zebra. I said
zebra.
I said he had a zebra. I said he had emo, and then I said he had the big guy. That's what I said already. Anyways, yes, Pauline can sing crazy shit into his ear and make him go crazy. Make him go feral. And he turns into a big fucking ape man with crazy banana hair that beats the shit out of people.
You whenever a lady whispers into your ear.
Yeah, and then I also turn into an ostrich and flies away. Seeing Donkey Kong fly around as a buff emu is like the weirdest shit ever. I kind of love it. And then he turns into a zebra that runs across the land, and he's also really jacked, and it's scary. And Pauline's going like...
Didn't get any of whatever that was.
Crazy shit.
I just
into
flat out
his
don't
ear.
know what you said.
That's what she's doing in his ear. It's so weird, man. I think what it really, I'm so all over the place because there's so much going on in this game. It fucking blows my mind. It's like, this is gonna sound so lame. It's got fucking like Bionicle ass lore where you go down and there's like skies printed on the wall, like fucking.
What?
Like Metra Nui, dude. Like Metra fucking Nui. What the fuck? Anyways.
You can so you know how in Odyssey you get in the like the blimp and you fly to the different worlds, right? This one, you literally just dig down and then you fall. Like it breaks and like there's like atmosphere in it and shit. And you just
There's like a sky, but they're fake because you can see like rock texture, like you're underground. It's fucking cool. Anyways, they got to get to the surface core so they can make a wish, so Pauline can become a true singer or some shit. That's like the plot. And I don't know. I'm like, I really love it. It looks like a really awesome game. It looks so special, and there's just so much shit. There's shit I'm forgetting right now. Just
So
talking,
special.
I'm just forgetting stuff right now, even thinking about it, because there's just so much awesome shit about this game. I'm just, yeah, it looks really dope. I really don't have much else to say. I'm sure, like, I don't know.
One thing we really have in common, we both love old retro platformers, and this is like such a cool evolution of that vibe. It's very rareware. It's very, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's super cool. And people are talking about like it's clearly going to be a big deal. Like a lot of people are excited now. You're not alone. We're not alone. And like this was the direct that really sold people. Like I heard someone say like, so this is going to be game of the year, right? Like I heard people saying that. You know what I mean? So, and it's made by the Honest People, which is a great game. Like it's probably going to be amazing, and it looks super creative. So. You're totally valid.
Looks fucking peak, my guy. This would have been a way better launch title than Mario Kart. Like, I'm sorry, it would have been.
No, dude, Mario Kart is a classic launch title. It's like
yeah, I know, but like,
but when it's your only launch title, who gives a fuck?
No, they launched with Cyberpunk 2077.
That's. People have already played that game if they wanted to, and they've played it on better consoles.
I'm joking.
Didn't the original Switch launch with just Zelda, which was also available on the Wii U?
No, they also launched with 1-2 Switch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. How could I have forgotten?
Actually, you know what? The thing about launch titles is there's very rarely many bangers. It's usually just one good game.
Every single time a console launches, this is a problem. Every single time. This is
like, we don't have enough good launch titles. It's like that happens literally with every single fucking game.
This is why you don't get a console when it launches. Nobody should get a console when it launches.
It also has numerous fucking bricks and are exploding in people's hands.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Switches are exploding in people's hands.
No, they're not, bro.
They are.
Joy-Cons
people
are drifting already, though.
They are already, and the battery life sucks, and fucking...
apparently, they said, I don't know if this is true, but apparently they said they would replace them for free.
Nintendo...
Yeah, but they said that last time, too, and,
Nintendo
it's
actually
a whole
said...
thing to try to do.
Nintendo said, actually...
Nintendo said...
The Switch 2 is having so many problems right now. There's a bug that's been reported in the system where people bust down your door and beat you with a hammer.
Bro, wasn't like 13,000 fucking Switch 2s stolen in Colorado or something?
Yeah, it literally just happened. A fucking big GameStop heist happened, which sounds like a really cool idea for a movie, by the way.
Yeah,
the GameStop,
absolutely.
The Nintendo Switch 2 heist. I kind of like that idea for a movie. They should give me one of those, honestly, because I could use one, so I could play Donkey Kong Bananza on my Nintendo Switch 2.
Mm-hmm. Call the movie.
Do I sound and look?
Call the movie Switch to Crime.
Yeah.
Switch to Crime.
There you go. Because honestly, when you said it the first time, it sounded like you said Switch Prime because you cut out, so the joke didn't make any sense. So I'm glad you. Ow! Don't choke your cat, dude.
I didn't. I pet it.
Look, bottom line is this game looks peak. Tyler thinks it looks stupid. I think it looks epic, and we can agree to disagree. We're both two individual boys. We can have our own opinions. Thatch and I are excited for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong can.
He's just not his. This is Ty's like the whole like if something he doesn't care about. That's the joke. Is that he's like it sucks. I hate it. Cringe. That's like it's intentional.
I want Donkey Kong to dig a turd out of his ass and ride around on it like a platform.
That would be better.
Well, I
do
too.
Better game.
I do too. I mean, he's not wrong there.
Oh, you know what? Just throw a big old turd at Pauline and just cover her in it and
throw
hide
the
her
turd
away.
at Pauline. That's why they put her in the rock.
Bury her in a big old monkey turd and leave her there to suffocate.
Everyone just wishes it was Diddy instead. Which honestly, if
It
Diddy was
should
singing
be.
anime songs, I think
No,
I
then you
would-
wouldn't have the stupid anime song theme if it was Diddy.
No, but I wish Diddy would sing cool anime songs to me.
No, he'd
Diddy
sing like
in
he'd
it,
sing like
and
rock.
so is Dixie.
Dixie and
In
Diddy are in
some
it.
extent. To
Yeah.
some extent. I imagine they're going to be
Cranky.
there for like a mission.
They're gonna
or
get
something.
fucking
Frank-
They're gonna get kidnapped or something, and you have to save them.
Cranky's there. Funky might cameo. If King
There's
K.
gonna be
Rool
an
comes into this
emotional-
game,
there's gonna be an emotional climax where Cranky dies of old age. TK's holding him in his arms. He's like, "Father,
halfway through the game, just randomly, he dies.
No, it's the
and
end.
it's
It's the end of the movie. End of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They all go to like
evil
his
bad
funeral.
monkey causes his death.
No, it doesn't. It's natural causes.
Yeah, and then Pauline has to sing an inspiring song that revives him.
And then Void Ape walks up and goes, "Yeah, fuck you, fuck you, Donkey Kong."
Nay, would
have gotten away with
it too.
Void Ape pulls off his head and reveals to be King K. Rool the whole time, and I shit my pants.
It's his giant
If
head
King
on
K.
his
Rool's-
tiny little body.
Yeah, he climbs out of the tiny. Honestly, though, if King K. Rool is in this game, I will shit my pants. I will be so fucking happy. I will scream.
He'll be like a skin or something.
No, I want King K. Rool. So I want Void Monkey to pull his head off, and then it's the mask from Donkey Kong Country Returns, and then the mask pulls off his face like a Scooby-Doo bit, and then it's King K. Rool. And his Kremlin gang invade. Anyways, I really have not much.
Kremlin gang? What?
Yeah, his Kremlin gang invades. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with this? Because I think I'm done.
I like 3D platformers, and it looks cool and unique, and I like the gimmick. The gimmick works for me.
And Mario Odyssey was excellent.
Yep. But
And
people
this
hate it now.
game,
I'm looking forward to.
people hate Odyssey?
Yes, dude. People have gone back on it, like they do for every fucking game.
I want to
It's
fucking
an
bury a
expectation.
hatchet into their brains if that's what
Dude.
they think.
Dude, and it happens every single game. It doesn't know what it is. In 2 years, there will be a 3-hour video essay that's like the overrated fucking mess that is Mario Odyssey or something
Overrated
like
beast.
that.
That is
This,
Mario
it's going to
Odyssey.
happen to this game. Watch. It's already happening to Mario Kart. It's
Then people go back. Then people say the hidden genius of fucking
Breath of the
Mario.
Wild, secretly mid AF.
I wish that was
That
a video.
literally, there's a video that's like that.
Yeah, I bet 100%. And those people are called party poopers because they don't like to have fun.
I'll make a
I was
video
ju-
when this game comes out. It says DK Bonanza sucks ass.
That's good. Please do that. Okay, the dogs are mauling each other. I gotta go.
All right. Well,
We
let's
should
wrap
end
it up.
this.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening,
Donkey
everyone. We love
Kong,
you.
send us out.
Okay.
This monkey rap.